Hi everyone, this is Selina. Welcome back to one of my videos. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Selina and I release a crochet tutorial every week. So today I'm bringing to you this absolutely lovely and very easy to crochet collar, and it's has a vintage cottagecore vibe, but it's also super trendy and modern. So it's very easy to crochet. So for this easy project, I used, I think it's pronounced Peyton's 100% cotton DK yarn. So this is a mercerized light 3 DK yarn. You can substitute with any one of your preferred yarns. This is the one I had at hand, so I used it and it's really lovely. I will be linking everything in the down bar once again. So yes, so this is a light 300% cotton yarn. You will also be needing a 4mm crochet hook, as well as a stitch marker, and a pair of scissors and a tapestry needle, and that's all you will be needing. So it's very easy. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching. I will be using US terms. So to begin, you will be making a slip knot. Just go ahead and create your slip knot, pop your hook through, and now we are going to be chaining 91. So 1, 2, 3. So I've done 91 stitches, and now what I am going to be doing is placing a stitch marker in the very last stitch right here, and place your stitch marker in that stitch. And now we are going to carry on chaining 40. So just chain 40 more chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've chained 40 extra chains, and now what we are going to be doing is slip stitching through those 40 chains that we've just done. So just slip stitch starting with the second chain from the hook. So just go in directly into that second chain. Pull your yarn through and then through, and then into the next chain, and pull your yarn through, and just carry on slip stitching until you finish slip stitching through those 40 extra stitches that we've just done. So I've slip stitched through those 40 chains, and you can see I've arrived at that chain where I've placed my stitch marker. What we are going to be doing is skipping this chain all together and going into the chain after that, and placing a single crochet into the chain after this this one. So I'm just going to leave my stitch marker for now. You can take it out or leave it, whichever you prefer. It depends how comfortable you are with recognizing your stitches. I just think it'll be easier to leave it in, and I'm just going to go in that chain after that 91st chain and place a single crochet into that, and go into the next chain and place a single crochet into that, and just place a single crochet into each and every chain until the end of this chain. Okay, so I've placed my last single crochet of this row, so now I'm going to chain 1, which counts as our first single crochet, and we are going to go directly into the second stitch here and place a single crochet into that directly, and then into the next stitch and place a single crochet into that, and the next stitch. And we are simply going to be placing a single crochet into each and every stitch across until we reach that first stitch here. So the stitch just after like our first single crochet after the stitch marker, if that makes sense. So here, so I'll let you carry on with this row of single crochets and I'll get back to you to show you row 3. Okay, so now I've placed my last single crochet and I've taken out my stitch marker. So now for row 3, I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and turn your work, and this counts as our first double crochet. So what we are going to be doing, so it goes with this first stitch, so again we're going to go directly into the second stitch and place a double crochet directly into that. So just go ahead and place a double crochet into that and into the next stitch, and just carry on placing a double crochet into each and every stitch across until you reach the end of this row, and then I'll show you how to do the next row. So I finished this row of double crochets, and what I am going to do now is adding another row of double crochets, so a repeat of this row. So chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, turn your work, and this counts as your first double crochet with this first stitch. Now we are going to be going to the second stitch and placing a double crochet into that, and then go into the next stitch and place a double crochet into that and into the next, and just carry on with this row until you reach the end of this row, and then I'll show you what to do then. So I finished this second row of double crochets, and now we have reached the last row. So for this last row we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn our work, and this is the shell edging row. So this counts as our first double crochet, and it goes with this first stitch here. So what we are going to be doing is adding 4 more double crochets in this stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that creates 5 double crochets in total and our first shell. Now we are going to skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and go into that next stitch and place 5 double crochets into this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then 1, 2, 3, and so skip those 2 stitches and go into the next and place 5 double crochets into that. 3, 4, and 5, and skip 2 double crochets and go into the next, and I'll let you carry this on until the end of the row, and then I'll show you what to do to finish off this row. Okay, so I've almost finished this row, and I've only got 1 stitch left, so I've got 3 obviously double crochets left. I'm gonna skip these 2 and go into the last one, and this is actually the chain 3 from the previous row, and you are just gonna go ahead and place 5 double crochets inside this this stitch. So 3, 4, and 5, and this is the end of this row, and it's almost the end of this beautiful vintage collar. So now what I am going to be doing to finish off this this collar, obviously we have one tie on this side that we've already created, and what we are going to be doing is creating the other tie, if that makes sense. So we are simply going to slip stitch along this edge. So just slip stitch so as best you can. So just go through the stitches like so. So yes, just slip stitch along this edge. Just go into random but equally spaced stitches like so. I hope this makes sense, just so that we can get our yarn on this side and that side. So just go ahead and slip stitch, and I've reached the corner that I want like so. So there we go. We have our this is the loose end from earlier. I'll have to tidy. So we've reached this side. So now we're gonna chain 40. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I've chained 40, and again we are going to skip that first chain and go into the second chain and slip stitch, and just slip stitch across this chain until you reach the start, and I'll get back to you to show you how to finish off this project. So I've finished slip stitching, and now I'm just gonna slip stitch into any stitch here on the project, if that makes sense. And I'm just gonna snip off my yarn and pull this through here. What I will probably do now is, because there's a loose end here, I always like tying my loose ends together just gently. I mean, this is just personal because I think it just looks neater. And now I'm just going to tidy up these loose ends. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial for this beautiful collar. It's absolutely lovely, so romantic in cottagecore. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe for a new tutorial every Thursday, and yes, take care. Bye bye.